Lewis Hamilton is still the man to beat. Last season was the one that got away for Lewis Hamilton, and the triple Formula One world champion is not prepared to let that happen again in 2017. The Briton has won more Grand Prix than anyone still driving around a racetrack, and knows all the tricks as he starts his 11th season. Bookmakers have him as the uncontested 10/11th favorite ahead of the March 26th season opener in Australia. Also red. Valtteri Bottas steps calmly into Mercedes' hot seat. There could still be a few bumps in the road ahead, however. For those who fear the Mercedes men will have it easy following the retirement of Nico Rosberg, the German teammate who beat him to the title while winning fewer races. There is an alternative scenario. Also red. Formula One maps out a post-Bernie Ecclestone future. Imagine Ferrari are great and the championship is being fought between Sebastian Vettel with 4 world championships and Lewis with 3. 1996 world champion Damon Hill told reporters. That's going to be an exciting battle. Also red. Formula One. Ferrari's Italian stallion has a spring in its step. It could happen, with Ferrari fastest in pre-season testing and raising suspicions that their new SF70H car has closed the chasm between Mercedes and the rest. Vettel is the second favorite in the betting odds at 4/1. Also red. McLaren goes back to its roots to launch new era in Formula One. Mercedes have won 51 of the last 59 races, and all but 2 of 21 last year. Former Red Bull ace Vettel and veteran teammate Kimi Räikkönen, Ferrari's most recent world champion in 2007, drew a blank in 2016 and have plenty of pressure on them to succeed. Big box office. There is also the possibility, albeit remote despite Rosberg's surprise decision to retire only days after winning his first title, that Hamilton does something explosive. Lewis is an emotional beast and there might be a situation where he just goes, "I've had enough and I don't want to do it," said Hill. If it is not going well for Lewis, then he does have a tendency to make his feelings known. Hamilton is huge box office, a global celebrity and familiar face even in America. And Americans like winners. But it would do no good for Formula One in a new era of faster cars and US-based owners. Liberty Media calling the shots in place of ousted 86-year-old Supremo Bernie Ecclestone if Hamilton runs away unchallenged. With Valtteri Bottas still finding his feet after joining from Williams as Rosberg's replacement and yet to win a race, that is also quite possible. Bottas has never been beaten by a teammate over a season, but he has spent all his time at Williams and Hamilton is something else. Nico had his guts turned inside out to win that championship last year, said Hill. Hamilton is a fearsome competitor. I think he'll redouble his efforts after last year. Red Bull's Max Verstappen and Australian Daniel Ricciardo, who each won a race last year, can also be counted on for thrills, and their new car could be more competitive than testing times have indicated. Williams have the youngest and least experienced driver on the grid in Canadian 18-year-old rookie Lance Stroll, but he is better placed than Belgian standout Stoffel Vandoorne at McLaren. Vandoorne, who did one race last year, has replaced the departed 2009 champion Jenson Button in a car plagued with reliability problems. The sport has a new look, with fatter tires and wider cars that also look more aggressive. That has seen lap times slashed, with drivers able to take many corners flat out even if cars are slower on the straights. Whether they can overtake any more easily remains an open question, and the more durable tires are likely to lead to fewer pit stops. "Let's hope the racing's fantastic, but don't hold your breath, I'd say," commented Hamilton after the first pre-season test. The same sentiment might well ap